Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jesse, CEO and co-founder of Modtub. My brother and I created the best value cold plunge to make cold water therapy accessible to the masses. Along the way, we've been gathering amazing stories from professional athletes to everyday moms and dads. The Modcast exists for us to share those stories as another way to help you build a stronger, more resilient life. Welcome to the Modcast. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jesse. I'm co-founder and CEO of Modtub. Today, I have the honor of getting to talk with Kara and TJ. They're some of our customers. So, Kara and TJ, can you tell me a little bit about who you are, your family, and where you live?
All right. I'm TJ.
I'm Kara.
That's Kara. We live in Connecticut. It's only the two of us and the dog. Maybe you can see her, right?
Yeah, I can see her little head there.
Almost see her.
Yeah.
There she is. Right. Hey, baby, what are you doing? And the dog, Layla. I've lived in Connecticut my whole life. You have too, I think, right?
Yeah, my whole life.
Yep. Our family's pretty small. It's just us and the dog, and then parents and stuff are still around. That's really it. I don't know. We're boring people.
We are. We work and run.
Yeah.
Boring's good. Tell me about running then. What do y'all do? Do y'all do races or anything, or just kind of casually for fun?
Shout out to Run 169. But in Connecticut, there's this run club that there's 169 towns in Connecticut, and you try to run a race in every single town. We started last year. We're at 100 and change, 110 maybe total-ish. So we don't think we'll finish this year. We'll see what happens, but it's just like something fun to do on the weekends, running and stuff. So we recently started getting into shape like we used to be. I used to be really, really big, like over 500 pounds big.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, I was
good for you. I don't mean wow, like to
no,
me. I mean wow, like what a transformation.
No one ever believes me, but sorry, I'll just pull something up. But we started. I probably started getting healthy like 10 years ago. So no surgery. I'm down like 260 pounds, maybe. No surgery. Did it all myself. Started lifting. Then for some odd reason, we decided to start running.
Just decided to get healthier in general. Just better habits, better use of our time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, hats off to y'all. That's like already gets me just so excited. And
I appreciate your kind words.
Inspiring. So that's such an awesome encouragement. When you're doing races, is it typically like hitting a 5K in each town? Do y'all do longer races, shorter races? Kind of what's your go-to?
There's like rules. It has to be at least a mile. It's got to be outside, or if you're going to do it inside, it has to be on a track. You can't do it on a treadmill. And
mostly they're 5Ks, like for the most part.
Yeah, mostly 5Ks. And then recently I just got into ultramarathons, which it's never in my life did I think I would ever do anything like that. So I did my first two last year, November, and then I loved it so much I did one like 3 weeks later. First one I got like 26.3, which technically it's an ultra. And then the second one I hit a little over 50K. So like 31 miles. She hit on that. I got her to do that second one. She hit.
Yeah, I did 17 miles. That was about it. That was my limit.
Man, good for y'all. That's freaking awesome. So an ultra marathon, that you have like a certain time limit to get as much distance as possible, or how does that work?
The two. So usually it's it'll be like distance, and there's always a cutoff time. So the two I did were 8-hour races, so I was able to get those miles in a little under 8 hours. So I like it because no one cares if you walk and you get to eat a lot.
Yeah.
So this was me many years ago. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I was a big boy.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at the cankles on that guy.
Gross. Yeah, but I mean, you must be pretty tall too, because even that, I mean, you don't look,
Oh, I was
500 pounds.
I was 5 bills in that, at least 5 bills in that picture. I'm 6'3", so I always carried it well. But we decided to start getting into shape, and then I listened to a lot of podcasts, and that's how we actually found you guys, cold plunging and stuff. So started looking at what kind of tub we would have liked. And then honestly, your product stood out because you don't have to deal with ice. Like I got friends, they use like it's Connecticut, so that a lot of it's outside. It's pretty cold right now, so their cold plungers are like stock tanks for livestock and stuff. But like buying ice during the week, that's not something we want to deal with. So, and then the big thing was we could use my HSA, which was pretty sweet. So,
yeah,
really
well,
awesome.
that's good feedback. I appreciate that. Something I thought was kind of unique about your cold plunging journey is it seems like you both do it, or Kara, maybe you kind of led the charge, then brought him in, or how'd that work?
He started it.
No.
Yeah. But did I start it?
No, I would. Nope. I'm like, hey, we're gonna try this cold plunge thing, and you're like, you're a psycho. I'm like, whatever. Let's see, whatever.
Yeah. The first time I did it was like 30 seconds, and then I'm like, okay, I like this. Like even the 30 seconds had me like turned on to like this actually makes a difference. I can tell immediately. So then I don't go as long as he does. He's more of like, he goes like 5 minutes every day. I do like between a minute and a half and 3, but it's still like, I love it. Yeah. We've actually gotten friends to like try it, and we're kind of,
people think we're nuts.
Yeah, they do. We talk about it. We're those people.
I mean, we won't live and die on the cold plunge hill, but it's hard to explain to people unless they've actually done it. Cause like how you feel when you hop out and then how you feel the rest of the day. Like it's hard. I mean, you know, she knows, but like to try to explain it to people, they don't get it. But the couple of friends we've tried, they liked it. They thought we were a little psycho, but it's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool that y'all, it's something you guys get to do together. We've been doing Modtub for 3 years now, and my wife has still never cold plunged.
Oh man.
She's what, 7 months pregnant right now, so she can't cold plunge now. But once we have the next baby, I'm going to get her in there hopefully. So.
Congratulations!
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. This is number 3. So.
Oh geez.
Oh wow.
You're our only baby, huh?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Is that Layla?
Yep.
Oh, say hi.
Can you say hi?
Oh.
Say hi, baby. Oh, thank you.
Oh. That's Jesse. Look.
See, look, it's a friend, not food.
Friend, not food.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, tell me a little bit. I know y'all started talking some about cold plunging and how you shared it with some other people. What do you think about when you cold plunge? Some people listen to music. Some people it's kind of reflective or meditative. What are you thinking through when you're in the tub?
I pray. It makes the time go by, and it gets it in there for me, and it's just like kind of like that way I'm not looking at the clock, and it like I just pray.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's more spiritual or euphoric, or kind of does it feel different in the cold plunge? Or
it makes me focus on it. Like a lot of times, like if I pray, like before I pray at night, I'm like, laying in bed and ready to go to sleep. So sometimes I fall asleep and, halfway through, but it like keeps me in the moment. So I feel like it kind of keeps me a little more present and like focusing on what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. I appreciate you sharing that. I'm similar, that it's often a time that I pray and it does feel a little more intentional. Man, I got to survive this 3 to 5 minutes. So, I'm lost in on my prayers. It's not like, half-hearted or just going through the motions. It's like, Lord, hear me. So,
yeah. There's intent there.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. What about you, TJ?
I just clear my mind and I focus on my breathing. And I've actually been working. I'm trying to see how low I can get my heart rate. I know that sounds kind of weird, but so I hop in. Well, I try to like clear my mind before I hop in. And like the first few seconds, you're like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? And then from there, I just focus on my breathing into the nose, out to the mouth, real slow. And just, it's kind of a cheat code. Cause like if I breathe in and out, that's 1. And by the time I get to 20, I'm usually at right around 5 minutes. So I don't want to say I'm cheating, but that's, just like to clear my mind. I embrace the cold and just suck it up and deal with it. Cause it's cold. Yeah. We keep it cold, 39 to 41. So yeah, every day. I don't think I've missed a day since we bought it last year, right? March something. I think we got it.
Yeah. I've missed a few days here and there, but almost every single day.
Yeah. So I have not missed a day.
Man, good for you. Yeah, I have February of 24. So probably late February. It might have got to you in March. So
yeah.
Yeah, coming up on a year straight. That's awesome. Are y'all morning cold plungers or evening, midday?
I get up super early. I get up around 3 a.m. for work. So I get up right downstairs, right into the garage, right into the cold plunge first thing. So
I try to do in the morning, but usually like around before 10, always before 10. Once in a while at night, depending. But
yeah, if we ran like a wicked long race, so I won't cold plunge after I lift just because you're not, the anti-inflammatory effects might mess up your lifting a little bit. So, but if we ran all weekend, I'll usually hop in the cold plunge, and then if we've had a couple of drinks, we'll usually hop in before bed, and that somehow for us it really seems to help ease the, I don't want to say hangover because we don't get like drunk.
Yeah, but just like not, you don't feel like you had, you feel okay in the morning.
We're older now, so if we drink like 3 beers, it's like we were kids drinking 12 beers.
Yeah, can't handle it anymore.
Man, that's interesting. I really want to try that because I only drink beer. I don't drink liquor, and I'll do wine every once in a while. But I've stopped drinking past like 7 p.m. because I can't sleep. Like, you're really thirsty.
Oh, you can't.
It messes. It ruins everything, man. And now that we're older, it really ruins things. So we do it safe. It's not like we don't hop in drunk and like just sit and like we'll when we do that, like, we're together in case something happens, and we'll do that too. Like if no one's ever cold plunged before and they want to try it, it's like, here's the deal: someone's got to stand here with you, because first couple of times it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, and you're just not sure how your body's going to react.
Right.
Definitely
it took a while for me to feel safe enough to do it by myself, because I would always make sure he was here, and then finally I'm like, okay, I'm good now. So it took a while, but
for sure. Yeah, something we've really been trying to preach is you can start pretty warm. I mean, I think people sometimes want to rush into it of like, oh, I'm going to go as low as I can go.
We started 50s.
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, we worked down to the 39. I mean, we probably started it in the 50s. And then I think I dropped it a degree every couple of days until we started getting colder and colder. And then we finally got to like 39, 40, which that's the coldest a chiller will go to. That's cold enough for me.
Yeah, I don't want to go any colder than that.
It's cold enough for me.
Yeah, that's a good word. I'm usually still hanging in the mid 40s. I mean, I've done some colder, I'll do some warmer, but it still puts me in that shock response and has effects really anywhere from up to like 55 degrees. I'll still.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? They say it's got to be cold enough to make you think, what are you doing? Get out. For some people, that could be 55. Who knows? It's just the time increases per week or something you need. So I solid 5 minutes a day.
I just go for the 11 minutes. Yeah, usually 11 minutes a week at the minimum. And I try to do 3 a day, but a lot of times, especially if it's only like 40 degrees, I'll only do like a minute and a half. It's just too cold. It's like, I know it's mental, but it's just, I can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, respect for the consistency. Would you say you cold plunge more for mental benefit or for physical benefit? And has that changed over time?
I first got it because of the physical benefits that I heard about, and like you listen to Huberman and you listen to all the guys that talk about the cold plunge and stuff. And then as I've progressed, I like the resiliency that you build, like what do they call it? The grit, right? The I'm going to sit in here, the top down, all that stuff you hear from all the smart guys, like top down control, resiliency. And that's why I stick at 5 minutes. Sometimes on the weekends I'll go a little longer just to like prove to myself. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's honestly, that's what I like better now. Like I'm telling myself, even though I really want to get out, you're going to stay in this thing. It's not that bad. You're not going to die, and it's good for you. So forcing myself to do it and the grit you get from that is really what I enjoy now. I mean, the physical benefits are great too, but mental's really I really enjoy that aspect of it after plunging for about a year now. So
yeah, I think I started for the physical. I mean, it has helped a lot with certain things. I think for me now, I do like the mental part of it too. A little bit. I'm kind of like almost, perimenopausal, and it's helped a lot with all those kind of symptoms. Just a little TMI, but it's definitely like I've noticed a difference, and it's definitely like mood wise. It's made a huge difference for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I
think that's
I agree with that. Your mood's a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't the greatest before.
But yeah, it's funny. I mean, I said, my wife hasn't cold plunged herself, but she can always tell if I've cold plunged because I'm just in a better mood. I'm energetic for the kids and everything. And if not, she'll be like, you should go hit that plunge. So, it's good. What if you could cold plunge, do like a cold plunge sauna wellness session with anyone in the world? Who would it be?
Anyone in the world? Oof. You first. I got to think.
I don't know. I'm thinking Wim Hof just because I've seen some of his videos and he's amazing. And I just see the workshops he does and it blows my mind. But I mean, there's also, I can't think of the woman, Susanna, someone. I can't think. I thought her on Instagram. Yeah, I think that she's pretty amazing too.
I honestly, Huberman. I love a good science communicator. And then the last couple of years, there's been some issue with science people, and he has done a really good job at trying to like cooling everybody down. Science is a thing. He talks about topics I love. He brings people some of his guests I would never think of to even listen to or get into, and it's just I like how he is able to communicate science to like normal folks. Like we're not dumb, but we're not PhD level wicked smart folks. And he really breaks it all down. And he talks about all the stuff I like, cold plunge, physical stuff. And that's who I'd go with. It'd be great. We have a sauna downstairs too, an indoor one. We haven't done a lot of the hot cold stuff yet. Just never really thought about it. Takes a long time for the indoor sauna to heat up, and it doesn't get that hot because it's an indoor sauna. So I think it only goes like 140.
Yeah, I think so.
140. I mean, it's nice. It's just we just haven't really messed with any of that stuff yet. I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah, man, a couple of thoughts there. First, I want to circle back on Huberman, and just I agree a lot. Like I think when cold plunging was early, I think there's people who've made some pretty bold claims about the benefits of cold plunging. And I appreciate the more grounded claims that are backed by actual research.
Right.
And, as a company, Modtub has really tried to steer away from making a bunch of scientific claims. I mean, we're not scientists.
Right.
We try to make a lot of anecdotal claims of the story of people who, you can argue over the science all day. I can tell you I am happier and more energized when I do.
100%.
You can't argue with that. So.
Yeah. When people ask at work about it, I'm like, it's all, listen guys, there's like studies, but it's all anecdotal, but it's like a million times different from before we weren't cold plunging. Like you get it. People might hear that and be like, whatever, they're full of crap, but it's not, it's ridiculous how you feel when you get out of that thing, and it like you coast all day on like that high. You're coasting all day on it. So I honestly think if I missed a day, you would definitely know.
Yeah, I probably would.
You definitely work. The dudes at work would know. They would know. So
yeah, just time required of it to affect it has on your life. I don't think there's anything else you can do that's just a couple minutes to totally change.
Right.
For ROI on 5 minutes and feel great the rest of the day, it's awesome. How do you beat it?
Totally agree. I know you mentioned sauna, so one of my next questions was going to be, are there any other wellness or recovery practices that you guys are into? So I assume sauna is part of that.
Sauna, yep. We like sauna. We have two really good friends down the road. They have a nice outdoor barrel sauna. So like we'll go have a sauna party, with our two friends, Rob and Joe. We try to eat right. we run a lot on the weekends, so we like to hit breweries all because we're going all around the state. So we'll we get done racing, we're like, oh look, we just ran 5-10K or whatever. Go have a couple of beers. It's not that big of a deal. But other than that, we eat wicked clean during the week. I try to lift. I try to work out at least 4 days a week.
Yeah, I do like 3 days a week, in addition to running. I don't do it quite as often as you, but at least 3 times a week. Yeah, work out, vitamins, all that kind of good stuff.
Yep, supplements, all that stuff.
What's your supplement routine look like? Vitamins, creatine, protein?
Yeah, I do. So I try to hit like 300 grams of protein a day. I'm pretty good at that. I take my creatine. I do like 15 grams a day, which is going to sound like a lot to a lot of people, but there's a lot of stuff coming out about creatine now that the higher dosages are like neuroprotective, and I am not a smart man, so I need to keep a little bit of extra creatine a day, and I don't have any gastro problems like some people do with creatine, so it doesn't bother me. A good multivitamin, fish oil, mitochondrial support stuff. Like I have a whole big giant list. It's long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting older, and I'm gonna, for the little bit of money I spend on it, I think it's worth it.
That's good. Kara, anything to add or kind of?
No, I'm pretty much the same. Just basic. I do the creatine. I only do 5 grams, not the 15, because 5 is good. Yeah. But yeah, I just try to take my vitamins. I do the fish oil. I take vitamin D, all that kind of good stuff, and just try to eat as clean as I can for the most part. I mean, I have my treats. I cheat here and there, and gotta have my chocolate. But we've definitely changed our diets. Like not as much takeout, not as much fried food, just a lot more eating at home and food, meal prep, and trying to take control of it that way.
Yeah, good for you guys. I'm definitely not the poster of healthy diet, so
it's all right.
It's inspiring. So,
dude, it took a long time, dude. It did not happen overnight.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, random aside, but I'm a huge brewery guy. Like I collect the brewery glasses. So nice. when y'all are doing your last town race, let me know. I'll fly up and cheer you on. And
dude, that'd be so awesome.
If I can invite myself.
Nice. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. There's a lot of good breweries up here, man. It's a bunch of closed lately because of everything that went on a few years ago, and they just never could dig out. But there's still a lot of really, really good breweries up this way. A ton.
What's your favorite in the area? Or
Epicure. It's a small brewery. It's in Norwich, Connecticut. Actually, our friends we were talking about, they're the part owners.
Oh, cool. Owners now.
So, that's right. They're whole owners.
Yeah.
Let me get the hat. Hold on.
But yeah, it's a great brewery. It's a great, it's a great environment.
Awesome people, the staff, the beer, everything's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I love. I'm not even like a huge. I mean, I like beer a lot, but it's not even the beer. I just love the brewery environment. It typically has some art, and it feels local, and it.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're great. Like they have a lot. They support the community in a lot of ways. They do a lot of fundraising for veterans, and they do a lot of. Last year, I got a chance to go and help brew. So I think it was Pink Boots. So it was like the women's brewers. So I got to go and help make a beer, and that was pretty neat to see kind of the whole process. So a little more.
Epicure Brewing. There you go.
All right, they're getting their shout out.
I like Connecticut.
Shout out Epicure.
Love you guys.
So, Kara, while I have just you, I'm trying to think how to ask this so that it doesn't sound sexist or anything. But I mean, the majority of our customers are male, and I think we typically see more men cold plunging. Do you have any encouragement or advice of what it's like as a woman cold plunging, or to get other women to cold plunge?
I honestly, I feel like it makes me. Like, I know like women are stressed out and always feel like they have to do so much stuff. And it's like a few minutes of time where it's just like you're doing something for yourself that's just like, it's benefiting your health. It's benefiting the way you feel, your mental state. I think I never would have tried it if he hadn't, gotten into it. But I do feel like I try to explain, like you just get like this this rush of like, feeling good. And, like you've actually done something first off in the day to, just for yourself. So I feel like that's kind of important for a woman. And like, I'd also mentioned, like with like, if you're getting up there in age and, you're going through perimenopause, I definitely have noticed a huge difference with kind of like, the hot flashes and the brain fog and like those type of things. I've noticed it had helped. I mean, it's not that it went away, but I definitely noticed a difference that it helped with that.
Yeah, good word. I hope I'll play this for my wife and see.
Yeah, any woman who's going through any of that will be like, okay, what can I do to make this better? Give it a shot. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, well, my wife's not there yet, but she definitely is a woman who carries a lot on her shoulders and works really hard. So I know it benefit her. So hopefully she'll get in. But awesome.
I think for you it was just getting you in the first time.
Yeah, the first time was. I mean, I think it was 30 seconds or 16 seconds.
Like,
I don't even know. It's very short.
I'm like, baby, just do it. If you can do it for 2 seconds, do it for 2 seconds. Just you work up. It's not hopping it for 10 minutes your first time.
And I also feel like it's kind of, I'm going to call you out here on it. When he gets in there, he's like, oh, making noises and it's all dramatic. And I just get in and sit right down. He's like, how do you just sit right down in there? I'm like, I don't know.
That is pretty nuts that you just sit in it. Like she sits and she just goes.
Yeah, like I don't have the whole like rapid breathing, all the things you do. And
I like hyperventilate the first 30 seconds. You're just stronger than me, dear.
Maybe it's just I've never had a baby, so I can't speak to that. But I mean, women have children, and I feel like the pain threshold maybe, and like the man cold,
whatever.
So maybe it's a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm probably more like you, TJ, where I get in and it's
dude. The first 30 seconds are gnarly. And then you get your breathing under control. Like if I hop in while she's working, so where our office is, it's not over the garage, but she can still hear me the first 30 seconds. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hop in like, oh.
Something my brother really pushed me to do this, but that I found really helpful is I dunk my head underwater immediately upon getting in, and it actually makes it a lot easier. You just kind of get like the hardest part out of the way. So yeah, I found that helpful. But
I'm so tall, so I fit in. I'm 6'3", so anyone who's tall and they're wondering, you can fit in. I kind of like have to do this thing with my legs. But the thing is, if I go all the way under, the water will just spill out of the top because being 6'3", plus I'm still pretty thick, so I displace a little bit of water.
Yeah, I'm 5'10" and I can't go under. I would really have to like squish. So we're both pretty tall.
Yeah, but I do like splash water on my face, that type of thing. I would love to dunk my head, but I don't want all. It's in our garage, so I just don't want all that water spilling out. So
yeah, for sure.
We found it perfect. Like we put it like just above the outlet jet, a little bit, and I can hop in and slide in quick, and it won't spill over. So and I have probably an inch of room at the top when I'm in it.
Yeah, that's a good word. I'm 6'3" as well, so
yeah,
I'm a big guy and. I love our current tub. We do have a new tub coming out that's going to be a little deeper and a little longer. So we're excited for that, just for that reason, for the water splashing out and to give big people a little more space. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. That's
what. That's what I always try to tell people is like, look, it's infinitely like anyone can fit it, and you just kind of got to adjust a little bit.
Yeah, you just got to figure out how your legs go, and then I typically try to. I like the jet hitting me because it breaks up. What's the fancy term? The thermal barrier. But I still I'll move a little bit every now and then just to like help it out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Well, this is great. We're kind of coming near the end. I want to just open the floor. Anything else you guys want to share? Any encouragement or anything else?
I honestly, it's going to sound so cliche, but it's like really made life better. I know that sounds ridiculous, and there's going to be people like, oh, that guy's full of crap. It's ridiculous. After like a week, I was like, this was probably one of the best like health purchases other than like the, my power rack and everything downstairs. But like other than the weights and some other stuff we bought, it's probably top 5 of like the wellness thing we've started doing. I feel better. It feels like everything's easier. That I should have brought that up before. Everything seems easier. Like my job is super stressful. it's still super stressful, but now I'm like, nah, like whatever, let's go figure it out. We'll
you're like, you can do hard things. It's kind of like the first thing in the morning, like, okay, I can do hard things. I did the hard thing first. And now the rest of the day is kind of.
Yeah. Which is also why I like doing it. I literally wake up into the garage, boom, into the cold plunge. First thing. 3 a.m.
And it has definitely improved. Like we've been married for almost 20 years. And I would say not just in the cold plunge, but like getting healthier and getting everything like in general has helped a lot. Just, being, mindful. And I feel like we've got like, it helps like a little more with the harmony. Like we've, and doing it together helps because it's like, if one of us wasn't being healthy, it'd be hard to both be doing it. So I think that's helped.
That's a great word. I just love your story so much of y'all together deciding to get really healthy and the transformation and the running and all of it. It's really inspiring. So I appreciate y'all sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I appreciate it, bud. Thank you.
Yep. Cool. Well, I always like to wrap it up. I say, I hope we sell 1 trillion cold plunges and, business is great.
Dude, I've told everybody at work, I'm like, bro, being able to use the HSA is a big, big, big deal. So honestly, the not having to deal with ice and then being able to go through can I bring them up? Can I say them?
Yeah, you can say TrueMed.
Going through TrueMed to be able to use my HSA, that really pushed, like it was a very easy decision because like every other guy, I had probably had my HSA for 10 years and never went to the doctor. So I had plenty of money in it. So I was like, oh, we'll go for this. So it's a really, really good return on investment wise. It's awesome. It's probably one of the best things we've done.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good word. Well, yeah, I hope, Modtub grows and we get to sell a lot of cold plunges. But at the end of the day, I mean, the fun of it is we get to interact with such awesome people and hopefully get to play a part in their story a little bit. So with that, I just wanted to open it up. How can I pray for you guys?
Can you pray for somebody else for me?
Yeah.
So my sister's kind of going through something right now with one of her kids. I don't really want to say their names because I didn't tell her I was going to say their names, but they could use all the help they can get right now. It's she just had a new baby and the new baby is having some issues. So honestly, I have two good friends at work who are I don't want to they're religious. I don't want to downplay it. Like they're religious folks. They're good people, and I actually asked them to pray for me too. Usually, we're not church going folks. That's not to say we don't believe. It's just we just don't go to church. But any help she can get, I'm gonna ask for. So I'd appreciate that.
I appreciate you sharing that for sure. Anything you'd add, Kara?
No, just in general, just to pray to keep us on this positive journey, this positive path. Because sometimes it's rough. I mean, it's being healthy and doing. Sometimes it's easier just to do the bad things and eat the bad things and just keep us on the straight and narrow and keep us in a good place.
For sure. All right. Well, I'm going to say a quick prayer. If that's all right. Lord, thank you so much for letting me get to chat with Kara and TJ. I know you've heard them. You got to see their whole journey through life and transformation and health. And like Kara said, I pray that continues, that they can stay on that path of treating their bodies really well through exercise and diet and wellness practices. And then for TJ's sister and the new baby who's having some struggles, I've whiffed that whole situation up to you and asked your peace to be over them and the whole family and to work good through that situation, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Really appreciate it.
I don't think I swore once.
No, I didn't think you did.
Once.
All right. No editing out any cuss words. So all right. Really appreciate it, guys. I'm going to turn the recording off. Then we can chat for a minute after that.
Cool.
All right.